In this video, my good friend Armando Prida joins me to play backgammon versus the bot. One of the best ways to improve at anything is with practice, but in backgammon, practice itself is simply not enough because you may win a game or a match and not perform well, and you may lose but still perform well. You need to really analyze your errors, and that's exactly what we do here in this series. The game and the match is transcribed automatically, and you can analyze and study from your errors immediately after. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. With the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. And my book, Backgammon Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, in this video, it's my pleasure to welcome back my good friend Armando Prida.
Hey
Hello.
Alex, how are you? Nice to
Very
be
good.
back.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm excited to give it another try. We won the last time, but not great PR.
Did we? I don't even remember.
It was actually horrible. Couple of horrible drop and then a horrible take, and in a short match it was a 13. So
Yeah, that was some time ago. I mean, I think like I don't remember these things because for me the most important thing is to have fun and number two to learn. And then after that, I don't really remember how we played or who
yeah,
won, who lost. Now you're joining us from Canada, right?
yeah. I'm in Victoria, BC. So I live in an
Wow,
island.
it looks beautiful. I can see the is that the ocean or the lake through the
So this
reflection?
is the ocean. I live in front of the ocean.
Wow, yeah, you were showing me what a beautiful view. It's
Yes.
very scenic out there, isn't it?
It's super scenic. It's so beautiful. I'm very lucky to be in the ocean and have a great view. And the weather this time of year is still nice,
It's
so I'm
so
enjoying the
nice.
good weather. Yes,
Very good, very good. So remind me, how long have you been playing backgammon?
I started playing backgammon. I learned almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
My father taught me, but I started taking lessons and training and using XG around 3 years ago when I started, learning about PR and learning about equity and blunders, errors,
Yeah.
and trying to get good at it. It's very hard.
And do you have other players that you play with locally, live, in person, or mostly online?
I played mostly online since I moved to Canada, but yeah, I have a three friends that I play with here in the island,
Oh,
and
that's nice.
yeah, so it's nice. So we get together maybe every 2 weeks, and it's pretty nice. And when I go to Mexico, I get to play live a little bit more.
Oh, good. Which part of Mexico do you go to?
I live in Puebla, which is my company is in Puebla, which is in 100 kilometers, let's say 80 miles from Mexico City.
Okay. So there are more
Yeah.
people that play there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But right in the middle of the country, big city. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's more action over there.
Very good. Very good. I'm excited to have you. I'll go ahead and share the screen. There we go. Are you able to see that now?
Yes.
Very good. We're playing a three-point match on a beautiful blue Jeffrey Parker board with red and ivory points. The XG board is made by Rain. He makes beautiful XG boards. There's a link in the description to where you can get them. It'll be a three-point match. You'll be playing the blue checkers at the bottom, XG the white checkers at the top, bearing off on the right. You're always welcome to consult with me. The final decision is up to you as the guest. Again, the most important thing is to have fun, and number two, to learn. So here we go.
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right, 5-3.
So 5-3, obviously we just make the 3 point is one of the best opening rolls, I would say.
Yes. All right, 2-1. Splits. Okay.
So splits and we cube. Well, we run 20 24 13, pretty standard.
Very good.
I guess it's gonna make
6-4.
the 7, yeah. So he's
Okay.
trying to prime us.
Okay, so 4-2.
Oh, so this is our first decision. So
Yes.
so the thing here is that we can make the 4 point, but which make our board stronger, but we give a direct shot and then some indirects. Um, with like also 4-3. So that's what is it? 13 shots? Maybe that's too many, especially because we're ahead in the race, or our plan should be to race. Maybe the right play it's 24-20, 13-11. Let's see how that looks. and we're giving I guess 5-4, 6-3, 6-4, and then obviously some shots to the 20. But yeah, I don't like the stack. I don't like the stack on the 13. So I think we should try and run and make a run for it now instead of making the point. What do you think? What do you like?
Yeah, I think you're right. You don't want to do this. It looks like it gives sixes, 5-1, and 4-3. So that's 15 numbers.
Yeah.
Uh, and a lot of those numbers aren't good on the other side. The other thing is like, what are the major liabilities? Well, it's this one checker you really want to escape, and number two, this stack. So maybe doing something with both. You could, like, for example, you can unstack heavily with these two. That does nicely unstack, but it keeps this one back. It leaves more shots. You can also do something like you discussed, and you could do something kind of like in the middle, like this,
Mm.
where this is on a better point, and here you're not on the point that they want to make next, but you can still come out with a six. So those are the thoughts.
Yeah. Just I think I feel that putting it on the 9 just gives way more shots. So that Gibson's also sevens, 4-3, 5-2, 5-3, 6-2, 4-4. So maybe it's a bit much. So maybe let's just try and play 24-20, and if we get hit, we might anchor on the 20. I don't know. I think we can try that. Maybe
Okay.
it's wrong.
Okay. We'll see in the analysis.
Let's see.
Double six. Okay. All right. So
Oh,
now we're down
okay.
12 pips, but there's shots.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a cube, but yeah, we roll. I don't think it's
Yes.
too early. Our board is not strong enough, and we're behind in the race. So many things that we have to go in favor of us in order to be a cube.
4-2.
4-2. Ah, so there's the first option is we can try, even though we're behind in the race, we can try and play 2016 13-11. Let's see how that looks. That's my first maybe choice, but and that the race is we're behind the race, but and then the other option is playing just 13-7 and hitting, and then that makes the race even. And being that we have the better board, I think we have to take a chance and give some shots back, but we gotta hit. We gotta be aggressive.
Yeah. Okay. Now 6-1 will come in and hit back. All
Hit
right.
back.
Return shots.
Okay, we
Five
roll.
four,
So we definitely anchor. So bar 20, and then we hit 13, 11-7. Yeah,
11-7. Yeah, very good.
pretty straightforward.
6-5. Okay, so this one cannot hit.
Gonna run, and yeah, we're still pretty behind in the race. So yeah, there's no cube
Okay.
action yet.
So 2-1.
Oh well, I think we got a hit. I don't think 13-11. And then what do we do with the one? Do we lift it? But it's too stiff just to put another checker on the 6 and leave it with 5 points. And we still have the better board. So there's got to be something more productive. So definitely 13-11. And then I don't know if just to play to the 10, 11-10, or we can be super aggressive and play 13-11, 13-12. And if we don't get hit back with 5-6 or some of the shots, and then we have many options to make the bar or to make the 5 point and be more aggressive. So I think 3 point match, we got to be aggressive. Let's do that. Maybe it's super wrong, but
How many return shots are there?
oh well, we're giving 1-6, 2-5, 4-3, 5-4, 5-6,
5-1,
5-1 as well. Uh,
double five.
okay, double five.
So that's 13 numbers.
That's 13 numbers. So yeah, so it's not like it's so the only difference we would have to take away is if we don't play aggressive to the 12, it would be almost the same number of shots, right? So if we just play 13-11 and then lift, we would live with 5-6, but we're still behind in the race. The thing is, I don't like about lifting is that we're way behind. So we're not way behind, but still behind. So yeah, I think might be wrong, but let's play aggressive. Oh,
Okay.
that's now let's play 13-12.
Like this?
I think we're gonna be aggressive
All right.
when when they have the opponent has no board.
Okay. Here we go. Double
Hopefully,
six. Okay,
so
so now we have
huh?
a decision.
Okay, now we have a decision. So we have advanced anchor, and we have some market losers here. The thing is, that when I analyze a position like this, is as they say, Pratt, position race, advantage. Uh, what is it? Position race, threats,
Threats.
and but yeah. So here it's we do have some market losers here, and they got no board, and we got an advanced anchor. And being a match to three, I think it's an easy take, but we should cube.
Okay.
Maybe we should cube. So let's see what happens.
Pass. Okay. So
Huh?
now 1-0, 4-2.
He he passed.
Yeah.
I guess I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
4-3. So we come down 13-9, and we want to put our check it on the 20. We're going to split to the 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
6-4. All right.
Okay. We roll. So here we got two options, and we're in front of the match. So maybe one of the best. What should we do is 24-21, and then we got a decision if we want to play 9-4. We're ahead in the race with this shot, and we have an advanced anchor, so I don't want to leave blots. So maybe this is correct.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Double five.
Double five. 1, 2, 3,
Comes
4.
around.
Okay.
Okay.
So we roll, obviously.
4-2.
4-2. We make the 2. Let's try and make our border stronger. See what happens.
3-2. Steps up and makes the point.
Okay, let's try and see if we can attack.
5-2.
Doesn't seem we can attack, and after the roll, we're going to be 8 checkers behind in the race, but I don't think we have a choice but to play 2 down, which would be 13-8, 13-11, and
Okay.
try and contain that checker. Let's see what happens.
5-4. Runs out.
No
Okay.
containment. So 6-2. So I should play 11-5, and then just 8-6. I
Eight.
don't think we got another 2,
All
and
right.
then we
So
get
now it's a double.
now it's a double, and we're only 9 pips behind. Is it? Yeah. So actually, we do have some race equity. So I think we have some race equity, and we do have some contact. So I think it's a take. Let's just
Yep.
take it. Yeah. I don't see why it would be a drop. So I would play here, maybe make our board stronger, just play to the 1. Let's see how that looks. And then and that's only 5 pips behind. I don't see anything else. Do you like something else, like breaking the 8, or
Can,
playing maybe
can break the
making
midpoint.
breaking the midpoint is also an option, but I don't love it. I don't know if I want to keep that contact. And then we're unstacking the 6, so maybe it's good. Let's try and play to the 1. That it's not. I would normally not do that, but maybe it's correct.
Okay. All right. So now with the 3-2.
Well, now it doesn't matter. So now let's just play 8-5 to fill that gap, and 13-11 to get a crossover.
Okay. Now the 6-4.
Okay. 6-4, we should play 11-5, 13-9.
Okay. 3-2 clears that point.
No,
6-5.
let's just make the board, and maybe we get lucky. We get a shot. No shots. So now we run. We run because he's got a blot in the board. We're not afraid to getting hit or whatever. Maybe get some race. Well, definitely 15-9. He's got no bad shots, but I don't see a reason why to leave. So let's just play in 9 to 4. Yeah. We're in the losing race anyway. Now we run. Now it's forced. And now we're just racing.
That was a good
But you
race.
never know.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, okay.
lots
We
of
got a chance.
doubles.
Come on. Okay, take two off. Come
Oh,
on. Oh, this is good for us.
6. So 3-6. Now
Six
favorite.
and six, right? We're the favorites. We're the favorites. Oh, ha, ha.
That's it. All right.
Oh man, let's hope we played well.
All right. Well, now we'll analyze it. Well played. World class. Congratulations. So we'll
Nice.
through it and let's see. The 5-3 was straightforward, and then the 6-5 was the run. And this one, yep. So we looked at it. There was the 4-2, and then it preferred
Uh,
this one.
and that one, okay. Maybe the 9 is a more important point than slotting the 11, and it's
Yeah, I think the
maybe it's
thing.
the same number of shots. And as you said, it's also important that we don't slot.
Yeah, you're putting the checker on the point that the opponent most wants to make, and this provides more coverage of these 2 points,
Hmm.
and you still have the daylight. Uh,
Exactly.
so that was the idea there. Okay,
Uh-huh. Okay, but
and
I
then
mean it's a 36, but it's still, it's it's
yeah,
not that small.
it depends on where you are. So if you want to look at your largest errors most, so I mean you're a good player, so you can look at these. So with the 4-2, this was the idea.
Yeah,
That's
that was
right.
correct.
And the 5-4 again come in and hit. And this one, yeah, this is the other thing. It's
Oh,
the 8-7 was the right, or the 8-7 was right idea, but better yet was actually to not hit
hit.
at all and just play like this. Um, this leaves precisely 0 shots.
Exactly.
This left all
Yeah,
those 15 shots. I think the issue with this is if you're hit by with one of those 15 shots, you're going to be hit here most likely or here, and then you'll have 2 other blots to have to worry about. Whereas
exactly.
here you won't.
I've
Um,
also I don't know if you see, but it's also XG and I guess anyone. It's very hard to leave when you're on the 2 and you're primed with a when you're on your 2 and you're primed in the 8 point.
yeah,
It's very hard. XG loves this position. So the only reason I didn't do that is because the 5 it's also a super important point,
yeah.
the golden point actually, the most important one. But it's just because I was so behind in the race. It
So look
just
at
felt
that.
that you
When
know
when he's back on the 1 point instead of the 2 point, you can actually hit and play to 7
exactly,
like this and block them in.
exactly. You prime it instead of exactly. It's a mistake to make the 5. It's better to attack.
Right, right. Um, that's
But on the
actually
2, maybe it's just too many returns.
too many
You know,
returns. That's
too many
right.
return shots.
Yeah, like how many return shots are there here? So
Yeah,
there's
just
5-3, 6-2, and double two, and 6-5. So there's 7.
and 4-4,
Double four, yeah,
and that's it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
7.
it's way it's yeah exactly. So it's way stronger. And then obviously if white comes out in the 24, then we got a cube. You got a cube and probably a pass because you got him
Yeah.
primed. Yeah, exactly. So it was a very position.
So
And
this
then
was actually a big pass.
I'm surprised. So I'm surprised it's so big, but I'm guessing we have so many checkers in the zone already and one in the bar.
Yeah, I think this actually helps. So let's look at it. So there are a few things I like to do. One is like modify the position. So let's say this were here. Well, maybe that's not a big thing, but maybe if this were
Maybe the one in
here.
the 11. Yeah.
Yeah, it's much closer. It's still a pass.
Wow.
What if it were like this?
And that's a bit more stiff. Maybe that's a take.
Yeah,
Yep.
now it's a take. If you go back to the original position and give the opponent an innerboard point, what does that do?
Maybe.
Now it's a
Mm.
comfortable take. You see,
Wow.
stack these points and make another board point. That makes a big difference. So now it's an equal contest in a hitting exchange.
Exactly. Exactly. So the board strength matters a lot, even though I remember saying it, we still got a better board. So,
Yeah.
so it's probably still important. So it does make a difference, even though it's a 3 point.
Yeah. Even if you have like a
Oh,
prime outer point, this makes into a small take. Um, and then the other thing that we can do is change the score, look at it for money or an unlimited game. It's much closer, but it's a pass.
much closer, but still, even for money, it's still a pass. It's just that it's a White's position is so inflexible. I'm guessing, and I got a lot of checkers on the zone, and you're gonna blitz. Whatever happens, if I don't make a point, but I'm roll, let's say a 5, a 4, or a 6, I'm putting 2 checkers on the bar, right? If I don't have the option to make another point, I guess.
Yes.
So that's maybe why it's such a big pass, such a
Yeah.
big pass. I didn't
Here are
imagine it
some
was
of the
so big.
different things. It's like you see it's only a 55 millipoint error for money to take this, but it's a 280 blunder to take at this score. So there are a couple of reasons for this. So yeah, there's 71% wins and 24% gammons that win the match with 1 point extra. So you get 4 points, but you only need 3 points. Now,
Exactly.
but if you win just a single game, then you get to the Crawford game, which is valuable. So that's valuable in a match. In a money game, there's no Crawford rule. There's none of that. It's just every point is equal. So you don't get that extra value. Uh, the other thing about a match is in a money game, so you take the cube and then you can redouble to 4. And if you win 4, you get full value of those 4 points. Whereas here in a 3 point match, if you own a 2 cube and you redouble to 4 and you win, you get 4 points, but you only need 3. So you only get 3/4 of the value. So that's important.
Exactly. It's super important. And yeah, this in this short matches, or let's say not short matches, but let's say you're in a 13-point battle and you're 10-10. You're 3 away, 3 away. So, it's also very important to have always the away score, right?
Yeah, yeah. Let's look at it like in a longer match in a
In a
seven
longer
point.
match, we know it's going to be, if it's a pass for money, should be a pass also in a longer match, but it's way smaller, right? It's not such
Right,
a big mistake.
right. And then you could look at other scores, like let's say it's a 5 point match. So like 5 away, 5 away, or 2-2 in a 7 point match.
It's just a
Same
little
thing.
bigger.
But now let's say you're ahead by one. So now
Maybe,
you're
oh,
4
four away is
five
going to
away
be a huge pass, right? Yeah,
pass.
4 away is humongous, right?
What if the score is reversed? Still a pass.
And what happens if, let's say, I'm 2 away? I don't think it's a double. If I'm 2 away, and then let's say to a match to 7, I'm 2 away, 4 away.
Oh no, that would be a big blunder.
That would be a big blunder to double, right? I mean, it's just look at that. Yeah, it's huge. It's like there's so you got to take everything into account, right? It's
Yeah, so here's the thing. People don't understand gammon value. Gammon value has to do with how valuable is it to win a gammon. So if you're at 2 away and you win a gammon on a center cube, your gammon value is 0.864. Now for money, it's 0.5. So that's very valuable. But look at what happens. At 4 away, it's only 0.463. Now look at what happens when you double. You put it on a 2 cube. Now those 0.864 goes to 0,
zero.
and the
Exactly.
0.463 goes to 1. So you double here, you're killing your own gammons, and it's an automatic redouble.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
the
So,
equity you lose a lot of match equity just because
but
you give your opponent the chance to close out the match, right?
yeah. So let's see what happens at 2 away, 3 away.
Yeah, so
Now it's
sim.
still not, but it's much closer.
Exactly. It's not that big. What happens if exactly?
3 away, 4 away. Look at that.
Wow.
That's a
You see
big
now it's
pass.
a 500 blunder to take that
Yeah.
just
It's
because
almost too good.
wow, almost too good. I can't believe this position, with only two
Oh no,
point board.
this is 3 away, 2 away. Sorry. This
Mm.
is 3 away, 2 away. Let's do 3 away, 4 away.
Oh, 3 away, 4 away. It's gotta be a
Still.
Oh, well, this is the closest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about four-way, four-way? Oh no, that's not four-way, four-way. This is
Yeah.
four-way,
Four
four-way.
away, four away. What's going to be?
Big pass.
Big pass. Exactly. Because you get you double here and you get full
Right.
value
That's
of your
really
of your
important.
gam of your
I
cube.
see a lot of people don't think about these things, but that's very important.
Yes. Yes. You got to think about the cube equity, right?
Yeah, very good. Okay. So let's go to the next game now. You're leading.
Let's see.
Okay, so 4-2, that was straightforward. And the 4-3 was, yeah, bring the 9 point. It's really important to bring this to the 9 point as opposed to the 10 point. It's a big difference. You get more productive rolls. Like if you
Exactly.
put it here, 3-1 and 5-3 are duplicated for you. Okay.
How about making also? Let's say you're
Love
not
this
able
one.
to make another point from the nine, but you were able to make the nine. Then you roll another four. Also, making the nine, it's I guess more
Yeah.
important than making the 10. Or
Yes.
yeah, I guess I would say so, right? I like it better.
Yeah, you get a solid prime
Yep,
as
exactly.
opposed to a gap. All right, now the 5-3. It liked actually leaving this four. So you see what happens
Oh,
here is here you're duplicating the fours that are needed to cover, to anchor and hit.
I see.
And when you play like this, you're putting this builder that's usually really bad. When you leave this here, you actually have a lot of productive rolls to point on head if you're missed.
Exactly. We'll
Okay,
make the board better. I agree. It actually felt unnatural, right? It just didn't feel right.
a little bit. And this one was interesting.
Wow,
I'm surprised at how big an error this is.
50. That's pretty big.
Yeah,
And you know what? I didn't even stop to think about it.
it's because of this blot here.
Exactly.
So let's see what happens if there's no blot. So this is one of the things I do. So I tell people, you have two instances of XG open. You have the first one and you hit Control Alt C for copy, and then you hit Control V for paste. And then you can look at it.
Exactly. We can play from it. Oh, that's gonna be the two. Yes, of course.
Now look,
But it's so close, right? It's still so close.
it is. It is.
I mean,
So
it's a pick 'em. You can unstack and stretch it out, or you can make a new point, which is the best move, but only by nothing.
yeah, they're virtually tied.
Exactly, exactly. But it's a big difference that not only there's no blot, it's you made a prime and the golden point. What happens if they don't have the 20 point, but no blot?
Like this, and then
Maybe
like this,
like
maybe.
yeah, maybe like that. Yeah, something like that because he had escaped.
Now that's
Okay,
a little on top.
okay, I see.
Yeah, so that blot's important. One of the things I learned a long time ago is like whenever you're making a play, look at the entire board because sometimes something all the way over here makes a difference in terms of what you do over here.
It definitely does. I can tell you right now that I didn't look at the entire board. I just looked at my side and I said
Yeah,
it's got to be good to make the 2 point.
not
You know?
uncommon, not uncommon.
Yep.
Okay. Then the 5-2. Oh, look at that.
Oh wow.
So one of the things they say, if there's one checker back, you attack it. If there are two, you prime it
Jack.
because you cannot anchor with one checker. So you go, and this wins more gammons. It actually wins more games too.
Agree. Now, the thing is, I didn't see this. It feels very unnatural to hit loose with a stripped 8 point. It's normally not correct, but I'm surprised that this is correct. It's just you're behind in the race. Just don't let him escape, right?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
what if the race were closer? Let's see
Let's see.
here. Yeah, now you
Exactly.
don't hit.
And now you don't hit exactly. The race is closer, but being so down in the race, the XG wants you to be aggressive, not let him
Yeah,
get out easy.
and you can also play games like this to see how far back you have to be in the race.
Oh, exactly.
Now it's closer.
Now it's closer, but we were pretty, yeah, we were pretty behind, so it does make a difference. Now, what happens if we make the correct play? And do you think XG has a cube from the bar
No.
with so many blots? So let's see, we do that, and that was that. Does XG have a cube from the bar, or I'm just overreaching?
Just because of the oh, barely.
Oh, there it is. I
Barely.
mean, it's obviously it's an easy take, but there is some cube action as well.
So this is something that like a lot of people think about incorrectly. If you make a play that induces a double, it may still be correct. The reason for that is because here your equity is 417 millipoints. Here after this, it was actually 411.
411.
11.
No, no, it was what was my play?
Oh, after this one.
Exactly.
Right. So you said after the correct play.
After the correct play, XG had a small cube,
Let's
easy
do it
take.
again. So that is this, and
Exactly.
bar, and it's a cube decision. It's still
Exactly.
it's still right because here XG's equity is 417. Um, After this play, no, sorry,
No, it's so
cube.
good.
There we go.
It is. Yeah.
So look, it's a borderline no double, but it's
Borderline.
but XG's equity is 456. So our equity is negative 456. Whereas
Exactly.
here, the equity is negative 411. So that's less negative.
That's less negative. That's why.
That's the only reason. It doesn't matter whether the cube is turned or not. You just want your equity to be better.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So then the 6-2 was straightforward, and this was a double, and it was a take. So
Yeah.
look,
Fortunately, we got it right.
yeah, it was close. So if you look at it for money, it's very comfortable. It's not even a double
Exactly.
because you could redouble. But here, your redoubles are not as valuable.
Yeah,
So
they mean nothing.
so here's one thing you can see. So you can see the cubeless equity here, and there's a double. So it's 0.898. So that's your equity should you play it out without the cube. And when you play it with the cube, your equity is 0.708 after the correct decision. So there's a difference here, 190 millipoints. Okay. So
Yep.
that's your value of cube ownership. Now look at this score. The cubeless equity is 0.946 and the cubeful equity is 0.946. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Zero.
The difference is zero. That means your value of owning the cube is zero, which it is because the cube is dead. So
Exactly.
this
We
is
can't give it
something,
back.
yeah, this is something you can learn from XG. It's a little technical. Um, but that's what I was saying. For money, you have this value of cube ownership because you can redouble. So now let's say like what would make it no double? What if we were like that and the race were the same?
And if the race were the same, maybe
Yeah, that's closer. Okay, so you'd have to be closer in the race. So like
maybe
this might be enough.
maybe six pips.
This is close.
And now it's getting borderline. Now probably with a race even is not going to be a double, right? Just two more pips or something like this, and it's not going to be a double.
Yeah. There's the break even point.
Exactly, right there, 3 pips.
So you can double more aggressively. So correct take, and then it was the 3-2 and the 5-4. These were close, but it likes
Yeah,
breaks. Yeah.
just
Actually,
the
actually, I
same.
like this one that I was saying.
Uh, it likes just
Yeah,
to
here
rate.
you don't really want to play deep into the board in these races because it kind of slows down your bear off. And
Okay,
when you have an advanced anchor, especially the 18, 20, or even the 21, your midpoint is not quite as valuable, especially because he's going to break that. And,
Exactly.
so let's say you leave a shot, you still have a blot in the board.
Exactly. So it's not great anyway. So it's
So what if
better
you
in the
did this?
future, for the bear off,
Now you
just as a
can't do that.
reference.
Yeah, here, it's a little bit better to stay because you don't have the blot. You'll have a blot here, but you'll have a better board.
Correct.
Okay. So then the 3-2, you're just preparing your board. The 6-4, you make it. And the 6-5 was good. 5-1, you had to run. And
Huh.
here, yeah, here you basically have to run here. The reason is because if you're going to stay, there should be a reason to stay. Meaning, are you going to make the bear off awkward? There are no bad rolls for white right now, but if you stay, now double two becomes a joker,
Agree.
and
Agree.
double one to an extent too.
And
Uh,
and exactly. And what I said, it white has no bad rolls, so that makes a big difference. You rather just race instead of giving him a couple of good rolls that might activate Gammon's inclusive, right?
you can see this right here. You see the double one and 2-1.
Hmm.
They're yellow here, but they're green here.
I see.
Yeah. So let's say you stay. Now there's a 2-1 or double one. That's really good. That's going to win some gammons. But here, if there's a double one or 2-1, it's not as good.
Exactly. He's not as
Yeah.
good. He's not going to go, and I'm going to try and race. And
Yeah.
it's not that behind in the race. Like 9 pips is not horrible.
Not terrible.
Proven,
No. Yeah.
proven that we won the race.
And then you roll this. You roll the double five, a double four, then the 3-2, the 6-5 made you a big favorite.
Exactly. What
And
makes
then
it
there was a
made it
4-2 and 6-3. And then that was gin.
and that was that.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. We're getting better.
Very good. It was outstanding. And it was fun. I tell people the two most important things are number one, to have fun, and number two, to learn. And I think we did both of those.
Yes. Yes, indeed. We did. And we learned, at least I know now, it's gonna be in the back of my mind, the 9 point, the splitting,
Uh,
hitting loose if you're way behind in the race. It's not too bad.
yeah. So every time you play, you make errors, and it's just like an opportunity to learn. Yeah. So what do you think are the biggest things you learned in this one?
Oh yeah, definitely. The biggest one is probably that I didn't hit loose with that 5-2 because I was afraid of because my
Yeah.
8 point was stripped, but he's white XG had no board, so it's very important to also take a look at the whole board all the time. Don't get caught
Right.
up in maybe in your blitz or in your running or whatever. Just take a look at everything, and if you see that your opponent has no board, maybe you can be a little more aggressive. You're way behind in the race, so that's a good takeaway.
So sometimes people tend to force themselves to play slower so that they are able to see the entire board. Something I sometimes do is just like, okay, roll, and now it's like a difficult choice. So what I'll do is I'll close my eyes, I'll pretend I'm thinking about something else, and then I open it and I say, okay, now I see this position. Because then with a fresh set of eyes, sometimes now you look at the entire position a little bit more.
Agree. I've never done that, and now I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I
that's
mean, you can try
that's
it, see
good.
how it works. It's not for everyone, but you can try it. Sometimes that helps you kind of like identify something that maybe you didn't see. Yeah, and I
I
think
mean, it's happened that sometimes you got to roll, and I'm looking at the board either online or live, and it just feels that you're missing something, right? And I know this is not correct. I'm missing a move because we're human and we make mistakes. So, but closing your eyes and then just trying to that's a very good it's a very good option to
and
try that. It's new, but
it's also
it's
very
good.
useful to use XG to modify the position to move things around, and you kind of see, and also the score. We saw that if you change the score by 1 point, it makes a huge difference.
Exactly, huge difference. I agree, especially in this short matches that you don't have. There's not a lot of wiggle room. If we make a big blunder, then our PR is going through the roof,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
that's understandable. That's why I tell people it doesn't really matter on these. I do the short matches so that we do have time to analyze it and kind of go through it.
Agree.
And that's where the learning is. So hopefully now when you go to Mexico next time, you'll be able to play better and win some more.
Oh, let's try that. Hopefully, Alex. Thanks so
When,
much, man.
when's your next trip to Mexico?
I am going in a couple of weeks, and I'll be down there for a couple of weeks. So,
You go
so
back
yeah,
and forth a lot.
I go back and forth a lot for work. So yes, I'll be down there for a bit, come back, then go back in November for work as well. See how that
Okay,
goes.
good. You play in any big tournaments ever?
I want to try. I played in Chicago in last year, not this
Yeah.
year, last year, and I might try and go down to Los Angeles and play. It's in the middle of December, so it kind of
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll be here. I'm going to be doing the streaming.
oh
Uh,
nice. Kind of fit. It's close to it's close to home, and it kind of fits the schedule. So I might go down and give it a try.
yeah, it's nice. It's like right by the airport, so you fly in and it's right there. It's a lot
Super
of fun.
comfortable.
A lot of
Yeah.
events that they have the BMAB the day before. They have jackpot events, all sorts of things. Will be
I'm gonna give it a try. Probably. I'll let you know. I'll let you know at least a month before.
Yeah, let me know anytime you want to come. You're certainly welcome. I'd love to
Thanks.
see you. Say hello in person.
Yes.
This channel has given me the opportunity to meet people from around the world like yourself and others that I otherwise wouldn't have had the opportunity. So, I always have to show my appreciation and gratitude to you and the
Yeah.
other guests for joining me. What else? Any other final comments before we
Oh,
conclude?
oh well, thank you for having me. It's always fun, and I hope to see you in Los Angeles, and then see you again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, my next video would be playing with Grandmasters, and you
Oh
never
yeah,
know. I might
backgammon.
get good.
That's good. Well, so sometimes I do like a doubles match too. I've done that too. So
Oh yes, I've seen it. I saw the Ryan Rebello Simon Barjay one, I think.
yeah, they've done it, and
Yes. It's a lot of fun. I like him. I watch your videos.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, I hope you enjoy them. I mean, that's the whole point is to have fun and to learn. We certainly learn a lot, and I've been doing a lot more in the Grandmaster series because people find them very valuable. So
Yes.
I started doing the Backgammon with Grandmaster series where it was just like one Grandmaster playing against XG, and now I'm doing the Backgammon Grandmaster Challenge series. So two
Hmm.
play against each other, and people really like that because you get to hear about both sides. And a lot of times, okay, so we'll play a quick 3 point match. And then what I usually do is have them play a doubles consulting match against XG, like a 1 point match. And
Okay.
that one's good. And I may be doing it kind of depends on the schedule and what I hear back. But I may have four Grandmaster guests at the same time
Oh
later
wow.
this week. So we'll play doubles against each other. It kind of depends on the schedule. So I don't know if that'll happen, but hopefully that'll happen. And those are really valuable. I mean,
Oh, super valuable.
like there are not many. I mean, there's like maybe 100 people that qualify for that, and a lot of them can't do it for one reason or another. And one of the biggest challenges is people that are on a different time zone to kind of coordinate it and things like that. But I've done it with like
Yeah.
best players. I've done it with Mochi. I've done it with Dirk Sheeman. I want to do one with both of them playing against each other. But the challenge there is one of them is 8 hours ahead of me and one's 8 hours behind me. So it's like
Exactly. So
a
kind of
little.
hard to get it together. I agree. I
Well,
agree.
wonderful, wonderful. It's always a pleasure to see you. You're welcome to come back again in the future. Maybe
Thanks
bring
so
some
much.
friends. We'll play. We'll go ahead and conclude the video. Thank you again to my good friend Armando Prida. Thank you for the viewers for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.